Before you speak, Nisi baby, I'm just gonna play this audio again. Again, ladies. Or let me not say ladies again, black women. There's been so many black women that have told me on this app that statistically, there's no other group of women that marry down and date down like black women do. And whenever I've asked them to provide me where I can go to verify this information, it's always been crickets. I've never gotten an answer when I've asked them directly. Today, as I'm talking to you guys, I still don't have an answer. I happened to see this lady. Her video was the first video on my For You page yesterday, and I'm gonna play what she said. But y'all see what's on the screen. She mentioned how black women are always encouraged to date down. So my question and what we're talking about here tonight is I want to know, because I'm just gonna ask you as black women as a collective right now tonight, who is encouraging you guys to date down? Because I don't know these people. I've never heard of them, and no black woman has came up here and told me that they've had someone encourage them to date down in life. So I just want to know. But let's listen to what this lady has to say, and then I'll let Nisi baby speak.
It will be a problem. You and the guy you date gotta be.
Let me tell you, ladies, something, and this is something that is geared towards women specifically. Due to try to comment crap on here, I'm gonna just block you, so don't bother. Ladies, do not date a guy who has less than you. Less money, less ambition, less intelligence, less drive, less career. I know as black women, we're the only race, by the way, that is always motivated, and we're always being told to date down and to not date up or look for more. When you date down, these men tend to become very jealous and envious and vindictive towards you when you have more than them and when you're doing more than them. And I've personally experienced that. It doesn't matter how sweet he is. They will always turn around and be jealous of you if you have more than them, if you're doing more than them. So don't date men who are not where you're at or above.
Okay, 1 second, Nisi baby. And again, let me say this again. So these same women that say, hey, you are what you attract. It's always you are what you attract until it's time to have the conversation as to why they attract what men that they deem to be low vibrational, low quality men. Whenever I ask these women, why are you not attracting these men that you would respect, that you would appreciate, that you would love, that if you were dating them, you wouldn't be saying that you're settling for less or that you're settling at all. And I don't get an answer when I ask them that question either. So it's not that they're low vibrational women. It's not that they're low quality women. It's not that they're full of shit like the men that they're attracting, right? So again, I want y'all to come up here and tell me who has been encouraging y'all to date down, and what do y'all have to say. I want you to tell me why you haven't been able to attract the caliber of man that you want. How you doing, Nisi baby?
Hi, how are you? Thank you for letting me up.
Yeah, I'm well. What you got to say?
Well, in regards to that, I don't want to have to, I just no, I'm not trying to be disrespectful or anything. When it comes to particularly black women, where our hiccup is that most of us want to be with black men. That's where our hiccup is. And a lot of the times, like when we're like in college and things like that, a lot of the college black men aren't necessarily interested in black women, and they also aren't, enrolling and graduating from college in the numbers that black women are. So what's holding black women back and why they date down is because they usually want black men.
Can you? Okay, I don't mean to cut you off, but again, can you tell me two things? I don't know. I don't know what. I don't know where you're located, but and I don't know how old you are, but can you tell me? Can you tell me where in America that just in abundance, in droves, that black men are dating and marrying other groups of women at a significantly larger rate than they are black women. Because you know, I don't speak off my feelings. I like to like actually be able to back up what I'm saying. And if we actually,
Absolutely.
yeah, so if we actually look at the 2021 census data, and you know, when people talk about the census, people like to say, well, oh, black people don't be doing the census and this, that, and the third. Well, even if black people don't be doing the census, we need to have something to base our arguments off of. So if we just go off the 2021 census, of the 1 out of 4 of us is gonna get married, and black women are the least married and highest divorced, and right after them is black men. And as recent as 2021, of black men that were married, 85% of them were married to black women. Of black women that were married, 94% of them were married to black men. So I say that to say black men and black women are dating each other, they're procreating each other, and the small percentage of them that are getting married, they're getting married to each other. So when I hear black women say that these black men that are college educated and this, that, and third, that they don't want to date black women, I don't know where that's coming from.
Well, the point I was getting to, and I'm not trying to say you're wrong in any of the statistics that you're, mentioning. What I'm saying is that black women tend to only want to be with black men, and when also statistics will show you, if you look at the same statistics that you're bringing up now, is that when black women do date out other races, they have more successful marriages and race when they marry out of their race.
Okay.
And I'm not.
Oh, okay. So, but okay. So, can you tell me? Can you tell me if we're going off that same if we're going off that same data that I just, because you must know about it. So, if
Yeah.
94% of black women are married to are married to black men, and according to that data, only 3-4% were married to Caucasian men, 2-3% Hispanic, and 1% other. Can you give me one group of men outside of black men that are seriously pursuing black women for serious relationships, even leading up to marriage?
Oh, I wouldn't say that there is one group of men. That would be, a given that no, you're absolutely right. We're the least that's picked, but being the fact that we're also a small population, there are more than likely more groups of men that are of different races, whether it's white, Hispanic, whether it's Polynesian, whether it's different races of men other than black that are more willing to date black women than the amount of black women that exist in the nation. We are more than likely to find spouses and have successful marriages if we open up our options as much as most of us don't want to do that. Let me just be clear. Most of us don't want to do that. But being the fact that we're a minor population and there are different races of men that populate more of us, yeah, they are more than likely. And unfortunately, I'm sorry, like people in the comments are going crazy, but the truth of the matter is, when black women do open up their options and marry out of their race, they have more success. That's just the truth. I'm sorry if it hurts your feelings. And the people in the comments, like, I'm sorry if that hurts your feelings. It's just the facts. I'm sorry. If more of us open up our options, we would find successful relationships and have marriages. I'm sorry.
How as a black woman are you going to open up your options if you're not being pursued, for serious relationships in the
Okay,
first
well,
place?
let me just say, like, this is another thing, like me personally, I'm a blurred and, I have a lot of friends and relatives that are not black. So I have experiences with other people of other races, and the consensus is that a lot of men of other races feel like they don't have a shot, so they're scared to approach. They don't
Yeah,
approach because they're
I
scared.
don't. Yeah, I'm sorry.
I'm just speaking from what I've been told. I'm not trying to
Who have
be
you been told that by?
disrespectful. Men of other races that I associate with. they say they're scared to approach black women because they know they're going to get turned down because they know black women are usually only into black guys. Like even when I've been approached by non-black men, they're like, "Are you open to date?" And I'm somebody that's dated out of my race multiple times. They will usually ask, like, they're a little self-conscious because they're thinking, oh well, y'all won't be into us because y'all so used to being with black dudes. They usually feel intimidated and don't want to approach. But now that they're seeing more black women that are marrying out of their race, like I'm like, wait till the next the CDC, and wait till the next the census, and all of that, wait till the next statistics come out. You're going to be surprised at how many black women are married out of their race. And I think a lot of them are more open to approaching us now. And I'm not saying this to be combative or to try to make it out to be a bad thing. That's just is what it is. And this is just from what I've, looked into.
Yeah, respectfully, I don't know what you've looked into. I don't know who you've talked to, but
Statistics. I'm literally just looking into
no,
statistics. That's
I'm
it.
talking about you. You said that from people that you've talked to that they're not trying to approach black women because they're they're
Yeah,
they're
yeah,
under
I think
the they're
so.
under the mindset that black women are, for the most part, exclusively interested in dating black men. And the whole part about a large percentage of black women probably wanting to date black men, there might be a lot of truth to that. There might almost be 100% true for the most part, but that is not the reason. That is definitely not the reason that these guys are not pursuing you guys for
Well, what
serious.
it
One,
when
one
they
second,
they're
one
they're
second, one
pursuing
second,
us
one second,
now.
one second, one second. Um, if you're trying to sit here and tell me that Cody's mom and Tommy's mom want him to bring some black woman named Nisi to the potluck, no, they don't want Nisi and Lottie and Ayana. One second, they don't want Nisi and Ayana and Ariana. That's not who they want Tommy to bring home. Okay, Hector's mom and all these other groups, they do not want that y'all to bring y'all home. Like and if
Okay.
if we be 100% real, even with people that have the same skin color, it is more of a cultural thing at the end of the day. Like there's just a familiarity there. So whether we want to talk about Hispanic people, whether we want to talk about Black American people, whether we want to talk about African people, Caucasian people, Asian people, there's just a familiarity, and that's why, for the most part, people marry within their own race and marry within their
Hmm.
own culture. So, like, to
Okay.
say that these other groups of men are not wanting to pursue black women in scale because they think that black women are only exclusively interested in black men, that is not true, ma'am.
No, please don't misunderstand me. I don't disagree with anything you just said just now. I don't disagree with you, but I can tell you that now I'm being pursued by a white man that's a truck driver. I'm being pursued right now, and I'm like, I don't know how to respond to it because it's something that I'm not used to. So yeah, they definitely do feel a way, and he even said to me that he felt a type of way. Like I'm not trying to like make it seem like this is. I'm saying that when black women open up their options, they have more likely and a chance of finding husbands. That's all I'm saying. And there are literally guys in the comments that are saying black women are least desired. Nobody wants y'all. Like, why is it that our black brothers are telling us that nobody wants us? And when I'm literally saying to you that we are being pursued and that men actually of different races are interested in us, somehow you want to try to backtrack that and make it seem like I'm wrong. Like, why is it y'all want us to feel undesired? I don't understand that.
That is not what I'm saying, ma'am. If you listen to what I'm saying, what are you being pursued for? Are you being
For
pursued? One
relationships,
second, one
for
second,
relationships.
one second. Okay. So okay, if we want to talk about statistics, statistics proves that these men are not pursuing you guys at large scale for relationships. So the same way you say the same way you black women love to say that and I'm not even one of these black men that say, "Oh, black men are the most desired. We're the most desired people," because we are not the most desired. And as black men and black women in America, we are not the most desired people. We are at the bottom of the totem pole with all the history that we've went through. When as a black man, when I walk outside, and as a black woman, when you walk outside, we are not seen in a positive light, not just by Caucasian people, just by majority of other groups of people in general. We are not the most desired. Neither of us are. So any black man or any black woman that says that, you're just being disingenuous. And at the end of the day, what are you being pursued for? Are you being pursued for fun? Are you being pursued for a quick fuck? Or are you being pursued for a serious relationship leading up to marriage? And there's not a lot of people of other races that are pursuing you for serious relationships leading up to marriage. Same way there is not an abundance of other women pursuing serious relationships with black men leading up to marriage. That is the truth at the end of the day. So you can say, if we open up your options. Stop dating black men and let's see how that works for you.
I didn't say stop dating black men. I said open up your option, which means date any race of men. That's all I was
Yes.
saying.
Yes. So start opening up your options. And since all of you, for whatever reason, because I don't know that to be true either. I know a lot of black women that they only want to deal with black men, but open up your options then, and let's just see. I'm just saying, open as black woman, open up your options, and let's see if and how much of a change that has in the numbers at the end of the day. Because I'm not speaking off of my feelings. I don't speak off of feelings. We
No,
can't have a
I
genuine
agree with you.
conversation when we speak off of feelings.
Oh,
We need to have data. We need to have facts. We need to have things to back up our arguments. And I would tell
you're right.
black men the same thing. I'm not picking and choosing sides here. So if black men ever open their mouths and said that we're gonna start doing all this divesting, that's why when you guys have these conversations about divesting, it's just a disingenuous conversation. Where are you divesting to?
I didn't even say anything about
I'm not
divesting. I
talking
just
about
said
you
just
specifically. I'm talking about black women in general. I'm talking about black women that have these sort of conversations. Where are you divesting to?
yourself, like finding better for yourself. I think with the divestment movement, a lot of those women are just saying, let's stop putting everybody ahead of ourselves and put ourselves first, regardless to what works best for us, instead of just focusing on other people. I think that's what divestment was originally about. I don't know exactly what it morphed into or what people think it is, but that's originally what it was about. Was black women, kind of doing what they want to do for themselves, the same thing that the Save Yourselves Black Men movement was doing.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. I don't buy into. I'm not a passport brother. I'm not a red pill type of guy. I don't subscribe to any of that stuff that any black man that put out certain stuff, and any black woman that put out certain stuff. I don't subscribe to any of that stuff. I subscribe to what's going on outside here in real life. That's why when I even asked the previous caller, I don't care about what goes on social media. I don't know a lot of black women and black men, and I'm not saying that my personal experience is indicative of what's going on for majority of the time out here. But I don't know a lot of black men and black women that just have nothing but negative things to say about black men and black women. I don't know a lot of black men that don't want to be with black women. I don't know a lot of black women that have all this disdain for black men. That's only something that I see certain people say on social media. Do you?
Well, let
So
me
my so
just
my
say
que-
this.
my question to you is, and then you can say whatever you want to say. In your real personal life, outside of social media, outside of TikTok, outside of YouTube, and I don't know where you're located, and I don't know how old you are, but do you know a lot of black men and black women that have complete disdain for each other?
I hate
Yes,
to say this.
yes or no, and then you can elaborate.
I hate to say this, but yes, I do. I do, unfortunately. And I'm just not. Yeah, and it has to do with a lot of my family. Like I have a brother in particular, who he's getting divorced from his black wife, who he was with since he was in high school, over 20 something years. They have two beautiful children, and he moved on, and he cheated on his wife the whole time they were together, but he's found another woman that he's completely happy with. He has no desire to cheat, and she just happens to be white.
So just because of that one specific
No, no, no,
situation.
no. I'm using that as an example. It's more than just that. I literally just told you that I'm being pursued by men that are not black, and I don't know how to respond to it. I'm literally telling you, this is just what I'm seeing around me. But it could have to do with my area, sure. But I'm also seeing it in other aspects of life. Now, let me say this. I'm not trying to, make black men or women out to be bad people. I just want all of us to be happy. I want all of us to find our happiness and be able to enjoy life. I don't want to go through this back and forth with us hating each other and doing horrible things to each other and just being mean to each other. Like, whatever makes you happy, bro, more power to you. As long as you're not disparaging me, I'm cool with it. Same and vice versa. If I find happiness elsewhere, I don't want to disparage you. Like, we still like family in a sense. Like, I don't think that we should be attacking each other if we find happiness outside of the community. And a lot of the times we will find happiness outside of the community. That's all I'm saying. I want all of us to be happy.
So your closing message is, if you like, you do believe, and because you said, based off of statistical data, that when black women date outside of their race, they happen to be more successful. So if you do want to see black women out here in happy, healthy relationships, you would encourage them to date outside
Open
of the
their
race more,
options.
correct?
Open their options. I wouldn't say don't date black men. I would
I didn't
say
say
be
don't date
open
black
into,
men, man.
yeah, I would definitely say yes. Be open to dating any race of man, regardless to whether you black, white, Hispanic, whatever the case may be. Be open. You're more than likely to find happiness. That's all I'm saying. And I would say that to black men as well.
Okay, that's fair. I appreciate you coming up here, Nisi baby. You have a great day, okay?
You too. Have a great night.
All right, bye.